and Bulltech Capital Markets Chief Strategist Kathryn Rooney Vera. Good to see you both. Kathryn, there is concern about whether there will be a new COVID relief bill. But Larry Kudlow, the president's economic advisor, saying there are still possibilities of going around Congress and getting the relief out there, at least $500 billion worth. Let's listen to a soundbite and get your reaction. Play tape.
Mr. Mnuchin, as you know, has pulled back. We're going to abide by the CARES Act. December 31st, some $550 billion or so will be returned to the Treasury as per the Congress. That will be extinguished. However, and this is really the key point where we are, we would like to repurpose that money and repurpose it to key areas such as PPP, small businesses, and unemployment assistance, and maybe some direct checks mailed from the Treasury Department to those who are having a rough time. So let's repurpose that money. It's right there. It's a big chunk of it. It's nearly $600 billion.
So, Kathryn, I think this is more than just pie in the sky from the White House. There is that money that went to the Fed. It was supposed to be there just in case it had to be used for emergency loans. Most of it wasn't used. About $500 billion could be repurposed. This may be a way for Congress to bow out of any kind of friction between Democrats and Republicans.
David, this is the only way to go. Larry Kudlow has it exactly right. That money should be repurposed. Thank goodness it was transferred back to the federal government from the Federal Reserve, which really no longer needed it, never used it, and hopefully wouldn't. But the fact is that we need this to be targeted. This shouldn't be, open the floodgates and let government spending, wallop private sector, overshadow private sector investment. My concern here, David, is that the growing dependence on government in the American economy should scare us. Right? In April, with the CARES Act, we had the percentage of personal incomes coming from government benefits jumping to 30%.
Right.
That means that fewer dollars are earned by the average American worker, and more come from the federal government. So make it targeted, make it small, and then let's get over the hump and retrace on this exorbitant and unprecedented amount of government stimulus.
Gary, I heard something that concerned me yesterday when I was listening to Joe Biden roll out his economic team. And Kathryn, we only got about 10 seconds, but bottom line is I look more to the importance of the end of lockdowns than I do to more government money, don't you?
I do, but I think the market is mispricing risk. It's looking past lockdowns and absolutely disqualifying them as a factor, David. The fact is that the vaccines, despite them being phenomenal news, do not equate to immediate eradication. As ADP numbers pointed today, the longer and the more exacerbated these lockdowns are, the worse it is for job creation and the worse it is for the economic recovery.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No question about that. Kathryn, Gary, good to see you both. Thank you very much.